Hi, everybody. It's Stephanie Parra here, Government Relations Director with the Arizona Education Association, coming to you a little early on Friday, March 15th. It is the 9th week of the legislative session that we just wrapped up, and I wanted to get on, and I just realized I'm not recording sound, so give me just a minute while I turn this on. All right. Okay, so it is the 9th week of the legislative session, and I am coming online to give you guys a quick update of where we are, let you know what's coming up next week, and a couple things that are moving through the legislature that we have concerns about. So this week was our first AEA lobby day on Tuesday. We had great turnout, over 100 members down at the Capitol. Thank you all for joining us. Good dialogue, really had a great dialogue with the legislators who joined us that day. You all are asking wonderful questions and really challenging legislators and holding them accountable, and that's what this is all about, is making sure that educators are informed and that we're asking questions and holding folks accountable to their voting records. So thank you for participating. We do have our lobby day, second lobby day, coming up on the 19th, next Tuesday. So make sure that you RSVP for that. So a couple of things that are moving on Monday. The House Education Committee is going to meet. They are going to be hearing the teacher evaluation bill that AEA's been working on for, this is now the third session. So it's Senate Bill 1071. We're officially neutral on the bill. If you recall, we did have concerns with the underlying bill, but it was amended and improved over in the Senate. So we've moved to neutral. We do believe that this bill is moving in the right direction when it comes to teacher evaluation. So what it does is it reduces the quantitative data in your evaluation from 33 to 50% down to 20 to 33%. Locals will be able to negotiate that at the local level with your governing boards and administrators, because the state board will no longer kind of be the governing body of teacher evaluations. It'll be down at the local level where we believe that it should be. So it's a step in the right direction, but ultimately AEA's position on evaluations is that they should not be legislated at this level, and that data should not be in evaluations. And so while this is a step in the right direction, we still have a ways to go. Other states have gotten rid of the data mandate altogether because of successful lawsuits brought forward from teachers. So an issue that AEA will continue to monitor and hopefully make progress on, and hopeful that this bill does make it to the governor's desk. A few bills that we have concerns about. Senate Bill 1460 is a digital goods tax exemption. This bill exempts everything called software as a service from folks being able to collect sales tax on it. So it exempts it from sales tax. The financial impact, AEA is strongly opposed to Senate Bill 1460 because of the financial impact that it has on the state. The League of Cities and Towns has put out a policy paper that informs us that over $65 million would be cut from the state general fund, and nearly $8 million, $7.8 million would be cut from Proposition 301. So, you know, state revenues and 301 revenues will directly impact your paychecks and would be a cut to your pay. So we strongly oppose this. It has run into some road bumps down at the Capitol, but we definitely need your support to make sure that legislators hear our concerns. Part of what Red for Ed calls for is no more tax cuts. We have a lot of work to do to invest in our schools, and the legislature needs to stop cutting taxes and raise revenue for public education. So this is just another tax cut. No matter how you know, they want to dress it up and color it, it is plain and simple, it's a tax cut, and we oppose that. House Bill 2523, this is a youth employment bill. This bill would allow for employers to pay workers that are under the age of 22 the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour rather than Arizona's minimum wage, which is $11 an hour. You'll recall 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, 2016, voters in Arizona passed Proposition 206, which raised the minimum wage. We will be at $12 an hour by 2020. We're currently at $11 an hour minimum wage. This was a huge, huge victory for Arizona working families and for a lot of our members and a lot of our students and their families. And so this bill directly impacts our students. Any individual, again, under the age of 22, considered a full-time student would be, an employer could pay them less than Arizona's minimum wage of the federal minimum wage, $7.25. Something we're strongly opposed to. The good news is it was held in committee yesterday in the Senate Commerce Committee. It didn't even get put up for a vote. Senator Pace has publicly expressed opposition to the bill and has a lot of concerns with it. So if you are in Senator Pace's legislative district, I'm seeing a little bit of, okay, all right. If you're in Senator Page's legislative district of LD 25, East Valley Mesa, reach out to him, thank him for his opposition to 2523, ask him to hold strong. This is a bill that will impact our students, and so we really need him to continue to stand with young people on this one. House Bill 2693. This is a bill related to loaded firearms on school grounds. This bill allows for loaded firearms to be in a vehicle on any school campus. That could include an 18-year-old with a gun. That could include a parent leaving frustrated from I don't know if it's a heated basketball game or a football game, if they could have a loaded weapon in their vehicle. This, unfortunately, yesterday in Senate Judiciary did pass on a party line vote. The majority did pass it. And so we are really nervous that this is going to continue to move through the process. We are calling on you to reach out to senators, your senators, and ask them to vote no on this bill. This will not make schools safer. It will make our schools less safe. It will make our students less safe, our educators less safe. And so we definitely are strongly opposed to this bill. And finally, House Bill 2026, we've brought this up a few times. This is one of the Red for Ed retaliation bills. This one allows for any resident to bring forward a lawsuit against an educator who they believe has violated ARS 15511, and that is influencing public or using public school resources to influence elections. So any resident would be able to bring forward a lawsuit. You would be sued and liable to pay that person $5,000 if they're successful in the lawsuit. We think that this bill will bring forward a ton of wasteful, frivolous lawsuits against educators. And so one that we, again, are strongly opposed to. Encourage you to reach out to your senators once again and ask them to express opposition to House Bill 2026. It has not yet been calendared on a committee agenda, and we are hoping to keep it that way, but definitely need your help. And the last thing, just again, we have our lobby day on Tuesday. I'm hoping that, folks, I'm going to put you on the spot. So Paradise Valley, Deer Valley, Peoria, Washington, Glendale, Tucson, and Dysart. Those are the big districts that are on spring break next week. Calling on you to turn out and to show up. Join us down at the Capitol. We look forward to having you, and I will put the link to the RSVP in the comments below. But I look forward to seeing you all, and thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're just starting your spring break, enjoy it. If you're finishing it, enjoy the last few days that you have on break. I will talk to you guys next week. Have a good one.